Good morning, one and all. Welcome back to Red's Homestead. So we've had some crazy weather last night, and one of the things that I feared has happened in the chicken run area. One of the main reasons I was trying to get my chainsaw up and running. The tree has fallen over.
I still look like a raccoon.
So we got a break in the rain today. I'm gonna try to see if I can figure out how to get this thing down safely without destroying our chicken coop. I think four-wheeler and ropes are gonna be involved.
Welcome to Red's Homestead!
All right, so this is either gonna go really well. It's gonna hit my wife in the head. I shouldn't though.
I've already been to the ER this.
Rope tied to that. She's gonna drive forward and I'm gonna try to guide it so it doesn't.
Should I go fast?
No, slow. All right.
Right, look at that. My new guy.
All right. Success. Cool. Now,
Should I just drag it?
yeah, see if you can drag it, and we can get out of here. I'll get the fence back up, and I'll just cut it over here. No, it's probably all right. I'll have to cut it.
Dig the roots out.
Yeah. All right. It's starting to rain though.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go work on my chainsaw, see if I can get that thing up and running.
Okay, I'm gonna get this in the garage now.
Right. And
Not the
all right. That's how we woke up this morning. All right, so we're in the workshop with my chainsaw, and what I did a few days ago, I went ahead and took the air filter off and cleaned it. Cleaned it really well with water and actually let it dry out. So that was, it wasn't too dirty, but I know that can really, be hindering the air intake in there. And so I've got my tools now, the special little start and weird tools you need to adjust carburetors on. I got those, and then I want to kind of take a look at the carburetor in there and see if I can maybe put some cleaner down in there just to try to help tune it up. success. So a couple of things during the time what I didn't show, or I didn't want to walk through because I don't really know exactly what I was doing, but apparently I do, and it worked. So one thing I've learned about these Pulliam Pros, the cheaper chainsaw model, is the gap on the spark plugs is too narrow, so you don't get a good grounding spark. So what I did, I don't have like a micrometer or anything, but there says supposed to be like 0.003 of an inch or something like that. But I just kind of winged it and took a screwdriver and bent it and made it a little bit bigger, and hey, the spark got bigger. Also, it could have been something was pinched in the fuel filter, because it didn't look right when I pulled it out, and I clamped it and just kind of messed with the fuel filter, so it could have been pinched and not getting the fuel. Also, I think it was slightly flooded, so what I did is when I had the spark plug off, I turned it upside down, and I did have some fuel come out, so it could have been a flooded engine. Then I also cleaned out the carburetor. So what else? And the air filter. And so yeah, tuned it up. It sounded great. I'm ready to go cut that tree, I think. Actually, now that I'm in the open air and not in the workshop, I don't think it's going high enough, so I'm gonna go get that tool and tweak it a little bit higher. Cool down for a bit. That chain's getting really hot. I think it's leaking chain oil, so I got to research into that, but it's running great. But the blade is like extremely hot. It's sizzling right now as it touches the ground. So I'm gonna let that cool down. Go ahead and get these things hauled away, and I'll finish cutting that one and trying to dig up the roots and get this fence set back up. It looks like I got it cut just before the rain's gonna start. I'm saving these because why not? I think fence posts, who knows? So I'm gonna get these put away into the barn and let them dry, see what they become. And it's starting to rain. Hopefully it doesn't do a whole lot, because I want to try to dig out that stump. All right, so I got pretty much everything cleared out. Now I have to work on that little stump there, and what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to kill two birds with one stone. Water gets in here and gets this. It used to only be just first feet here, and that was no big deal because it was coming from under here, and then it would dry out. But lately, just lots and lots of rain, so now it's pretty much soaked the entire area over here. And what I'm going to try to do is use the opportunity right here. I've got extra dirt. I'm going to try to build a little dirt barrier along here, so whatever water that comes this way will hopefully divert around and not soak the inside. At least that's my brain process. And then what we'll do is Shannon's gonna go get some wood chips, and we'll just try to fill this little area with wood chips. So I'm gonna see how it works out. I've never dug up a stump before, at least not one this size. So while Shannon's going to grab another load of mulch, the wood chip this a little bit more over here, fill that sunken hole because it's spongy. So we're going to mount it on there. Hopefully that's good enough. I do want to show something that I've gotten recently. It's going to be in the greenhouse for the winter, and most of the spring I'll bring it out, and it's probably going to be a year before I transplant it. But I got some loquat trees, and my experiment, so I'll have 4 of them. I'm going to see how they do, because like I said, it'll be about a year before I can transplant them. They'll be big enough for the ground. But I've got 2 in kind of 5-gallon buckets and pots, and then I have 2 in a 1-gallon pot. These will probably grow all the way till when they're ready to go into the ground. These will have to be transplanted at least once into bigger pots like this. I just want to see experiment-wise how they do. Do they grow better straight from a 5-gallon pot, or do they grow better in a smaller pot and getting transferred? So that's my little science project on those things. It looks like Shannon is back. Let me help her with these wood chips.
I had it one day. This way.
That way is going to turn it this way towards me. That way is going to turn it towards the coop. There you go.
Good enough.
That'll do. Incredible. I mean, it's raining, but it just feels amazing out here. I think it's like 65, so it's perfect weather other than the rain. It's perfect weather to get stuff done outside. I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and just keep wood chipping this thing up until Shannon's arm falls off. All right, while Shannon finishes up hauling mulch, I'm gonna work on a project in here, and it's to keep the chickens from jumping up on here, because as you can see, they're getting up here and they're pooping, and I don't think my rabbits appreciate that. So what I was kind of thinking is just taking this scrap extra chicken wire and hanging it up here and just running it along there, along the top. So I brought all my poultry staples and everything, but I'm just going to use plain old zip ties. The number one tool in the homestead, I think. Easy to cut and remove. Get her done. So hopefully this works. They can still jump on here and sneak their way up there if they wanted to. But I'm hoping this is going to be enough of a barrier to stop them from jumping on, at least on top of the cages. I could attach these to the cage, but we like to remove the cage to clean them out. We just put them on the ground and dump it. So I don't want to attach it yet. And we like to put blankets over them when it drops in the 20s, just to have a little bit more internal heat. So we'll see how this one works. If we find poop on the cages, we know we still got a problem. If we don't find poop on the cages, then it works. So I got to get the fence all set back up. Let Jen run around a little bit longer, and then let the chickens out. Food. Maybe I'll eat, let the Jen run around while I eat, and then when I'm done eating, I can set the fence up and let the chickens out. All right. Lunch is done, and lunch was good. Now, got to get this fence set back up and let the chickens out. That tree? Where did the tree go?
I wonder what they thought when it fell.
Oh no, I think it was probably loud.
I'm sure it's not been a very quiet few nights for them.
No. It is official. Welcome to Red's Homestead. So today, crazy productive. Love it. Even after we got everything done over there, with the tree and all that good stuff, then the dishwasher started flooding and leaking everywhere, so I got that fixed. It was just a clogged drain, but you know, whatever. And that sign that you just saw, that was actually a gift from Shannon's parents, and that just adds like that little extra touch to the place. And I got a nice put the heat lamp in the greenhouse, so the loquats should be good tonight. But now it's just time to put the animals to bed.